Guys, good morning or good afternoon. I'm not sure what time it is. My power was out this morning, so that kind of messed me up. But it is the 11th, and today's fact of the day concerned dental issues. So, in Marfan's, we can have crowded teeth, TMJ, high arched palate, narrow jaws, and something they never relate is gum recession. And that's always baffled me because, I have a hard time believing that a lot of things aren't connected just because there's not research yet. That doesn't really convince me. But, that's another story. Anyways, gum recession, your gums are completely tissue. So if they're receding and your tissues, how is it not connected, right? So I've had 5 gum surgeries, and I was curious because everybody kept telling me it wasn't connected. So I did a couple polls on the website the group rather, and so many people have issues with this. Some to the fact that they've not had surgery and they've lost teeth. Some are going to lose teeth. Some have really bad gingivitis because of no other reason than they have this recession, and it's really, really hard to keep it up to par, I guess. So I want to talk about that. I have TMJ, yes, right here. That's the name of your joint, actually. So it's TMJ syndrome, and I learned that from my chiropractor. Anyways, it pops and it clicks and it hurts and it swells. If you have it really bad, you probably can't eat gum or chew gum rather, because it pops every time. When mine's really bad, I really just want to eat like applesauce or mashed potatoes, because even talking, it's popping every single time and it really hurts. Like right now, I can hear it popping about every 5 or 6 words. And that's pretty normal for me. Usually, if you have it. Sometimes you just have a couple symptoms and maybe you've not associated it. And it's not something that the general public cannot have. So it is pretty, I'm not going to say pretty common, but it's not rare, right? So I have that. Crowded teeth, I had that. My top teeth weren't as bad, but my bottoms were all really, really squished together, and my teeth were too big. My adult teeth coming in were too big. So I think they pulled 5, pretty sure it was 5 adult teeth to put braces on me, and I had braces from the age of 10 to 12. Now that sounds crazy to pull adult teeth, but there just wasn't room. I mean, yeah, those are pretty big, but I mean, 5 adult teeth, it's a Marfan thing. We're used to having all these issues. Well, gums and teeth and dental is very underspoken about. So I had 5 adult teeth pulled. I had braces for 2 years, and actually my mom still makes fun of me to the day because I loved my braces, because I always had really big teeth, or so I thought, at least in comparison to the kids that I was in school with in 5th grade, So I loved them. I absolutely loved them. You got to change your colors, and if you wanted Christmas, you could get that, or your school colors, or whatever. I just absolutely loved them. So when it came time to get them off in 2 years, I didn't want to. I thought, I don't want to go back to having these big teeth, because these braces are in the center and they're masking these big teeth, and everybody's going to be staring at my teeth. So my mom literally was baffled because nobody wants to keep braces on. Now, I didn't have rubber bands or expanders or any of that, so that's probably why, because I didn't really have pain with them. Every once in a while you get the pain when you go in, just because they're fiddling with everything in your mouth. But overall, it wasn't too bad. So I was really sad when I got them off, and it took me a while to realized that big teeth are beautiful. If they're straight and white and clean, they're beautiful. Now I realize my teeth are beautiful, but that took me a long time. So I had the braces for 2 years, and before they put the braces on and after they pulled the teeth, they saw that I had gum issues. My gums were very far receded, or in other words, they were down a lot further. They had just like disappeared, basically. So my first one was here. I think there's like 5 or 6 teeth right there. And that was before I got my braces on. Of course, it was a big, huge deal because I was like 10 years old and going through this surgery, and I was going to be awake, and really wasn't that bad in retrospect. I mean, you couldn't really eat for a while, but it really wasn't that bad. That was actually, I've had 5, like I said. That was actually one of the worst because they didn't use cadaver tissue at that time. Or maybe they just didn't use it for me, I don't know. So they took skin from the roof of my mouth. So not only was this super painful, but the roof of my mouth was awful. You know, because it was completely raw. They took off all of that to use it on my gums. Now, I got braces. That was probably, how old was I? 2007 or 8. I had the other gum surgeries. And it was, they didn't use the roof of my mouth because I had to get so many areas covered. You know, I didn't really realize it. Watching and learning. Good. Hope you're feeling better. I didn't really realize it at the time, but I had extra frenulums. It's very, very uncommon. You know, it's the thing right here that if you pull up your lip really far, it's like the band that connects your lip to your gums. So I had extra ones like here and here and here. So, you know, my recession was ridiculous, and it still is, honestly. So they had to go in and cut those. And of course, they had to go in and do grafts. And it was funny because the first one back after all those years, I said, you know, how is this not connected? You know, it's not common for people to have gum surgery this often. He said, well, you know, I think you're probably grinding your teeth. Well, he couldn't do the bite guard until I was done with all these surgeries. But, you know, that's what happens. You're grinding your teeth. You're probably brushing your teeth wrong. Well, it wasn't, and I still am not brushing my teeth wrong. I pull down and I pull up. Exactly how they tell you to do it. So, that's not it. I wear my bite guard. That's not it. I mean, do I need to tell you guys that it's the morphines? I know that they say it's not connected, but you will never make me believe that. So anyways, they went in and they cut these extra frenulums, and they did gum grafts here, 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 and here. So I think I was like 22, maybe 21, 22. And the worst part about it was that you couldn't brush that area of your mouth. They gave you this really weird mouthwash that, I mean, it worked for the most part, and it was very antimicrobial, but you couldn't brush that part of your mouth. And I still find that very odd, because it's just not something that you're used to, especially if you're doing the rest of your mouth. So, of course, I get nauseated with any type of anesthetic, even if I was awake. So, I'm not going to give you the full mental picture here, but imagine getting nauseated with stitches in your mouth. Yeah, wasn't pleasant. So, they got all 4 of these done, gave me my bite guard, and now every time I go to my dentist, I'm sure he just literally hates me because I'm always on it about, okay, this one right here, it's a little bit higher than it was before, and he's like, no, it's fine. Another 6 months. This one, it's a little bit higher, it's fine. Well, you know, honestly, it might be fine, but it's changed. So for me, having all of those surgeries, seeing change isn't normal, right? I don't want to lose my teeth. I mean, I know, crazy, right? Why not? I don't want to lose my teeth, okay? If it recedes enough, it gets to bone, you lose your teeth. So, yeah, I'm on it. I want you to look at my gums every single time, diligently. If I need gum surgery, cool, let's go, let's do it, get it taken care of. I won't have to worry about it anymore. I guess he doesn't have the same theory. But anyways, I noticed this last visit that I had some movement in the upper teeth. Nothing major, just basically when I was flossing, the floss went through more easily than it does when it like pops when your teeth are close together, like it always has with me since I was 12. It's been almost 20 years, okay, since I've had braces. So I said, okay, you know what? We got to fix this. I am not wearing braces again. As much as I loved them then, I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous for me to even entertain the idea of putting braces back on 20 years later when I already had them, when I already fixed the issue. And because my body sucks, it decides to move my teeth again. That's not something I'm entertaining, right? When I got my braces off at 12, they put a permanent retainer from here to here on the back of my teeth. And basically all that is it's almost like the wire that they use with braces. And they cement it to each tooth on the back. Well, over time that's broken several times and I've had to get it completely replaced. But when I went back, I said, okay, let's get one of these on the top. And I know that's pretty uncommon. I know a couple people that have it. Really, the permanent retainer's uncommon in general because they really don't do that too much. So I said, okay, we need to get this on the top teeth. Well, apparently I'm not eligible for that because something to do with your bite, like mine aren't. Like this, if it was like this, I could get it on the back. But since it goes over the bottom teeth, he said that it would hit the thing and it would come off and it was cause damage and probably make the grinding worse. And so anyways, that was a big negative. I do wear my bite guard and I do feel it. I do feel the change. You know, if you've worn retainers or anything like that and your teeth have moved just slightly, you feel it. If they haven't moved, they just go gingerly on, no big deal. So I guess at this point all I can really do is wear my bite guard. Am I happy about that? Absolutely not, because there is entirely too much money in this mouth for crap to be moving and changing. Entirely too much. 5 gum surgeries, 5 adult teeth pulled, braces for 2 years, replacements of retainers. Really? It's insane to me. I want to spread the awareness of the recession because you see, if you saw my thing earlier today, it doesn't say recession. If you've listened to this, you ought to realize by now that it is connected. How can it not be? So if your gums are way down, if they're bleeding more than normal, if your teeth are getting loose, go to the dentist. Don't think that you're bothering them because, frankly, I don't care if I am or not. That's just me. That's the mindset that I have. And honestly, that's the mindset all of us need to have, because if we just don't want to bother our doctors, but they're not going to bother with us. Trust me, they're not going to bother. So you have to be your own advocate, even if you annoy your doctor, because I am very, very good at that.